In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys how to use the Shapely orient function. The orient function is used to change the orientation of coordinate pairs inside a Shapely polygon. Now, what exactly does that mean? What does it mean to change the orientation of a coordinate pair? Well, basically, we have this concept of how we treat coordinate pairs as either in counterclockwise order or in clockwise order. Okay, let me show you what that means. I'm going to use the matplotlib library to actually visualize our polygons. Okay, so bear with me for a minute. I'm just going to write some code. We have a polygon that we have created over here using the exterior coordinates. We'll talk about the interior later. So I'm just going to, get our coordinates, then plot them, and then show our graph. Now I run our code, and here's our polygon. Okay, now observe the exterior coordinates. 2020 is over here, 220 is over here, okay, 200 and 180 is over here, 20 and 180 is over here. Okay, so this is basically following, okay, follow my mouse cursor, we're following a counterclockwise order. So there's a specific order to this. And that's what the orient function is used for. It's used to maintain this order. Now, this is actually important. Actually, let me show you something. I'm going to use this utils function. I have this file over here, and I have a function here called plot polygon. Plot polygon is a function. This is something I found online, and it can be used to plot polygons in matplotlib with the interior as well. Okay, let me show you. Seeing is believing. This is actually pretty handy, and I'll leave the code to this either in the description, or I'll have a link to my website and you can get it from there. Okay, so I'm just gonna replace this. We don't need that, and I'll do plot polygon, and here I'm gonna pass in our axis object, which is x, and then pass in our polygon, and then the face color I'm gonna pass in as blue. Okay, and watch this. Here is what it does. It gives us a fill. Okay, now currently it's working perfectly fine, but let's say that I add an interior into this. Now, for those of you who don't know, an interior is basically a hole. Let's say that, let me run this code. Let's say that we wanted to show a hollow part inside this polygon. You know, like a donut has a hole inside it. So we want to represent something like that. So that's what an interior is. Now you can see, I just ran this code, but we don't see that interior in here. Why was that? And that's because the orientation of the interior is off. I think currently it's in, counterclockwise order. Now the rule is that's generally followed in Shapely and in other libraries like matplotlib, that the exterior should be in counterclockwise order. Okay, this should be in counterclockwise order, counterclockwise, and the interior should be in clockwise order. So that's the rule. And you can notice here that you can notice this just from the x values over here. You can see 110 going to 160. The x values are increasing like that. So that already shows you that this is counterclockwise. So what we can do to fix this is wrap this polygon in our orient function, which returns a polygon that has an exterior that is counterclockwise and an interior that is clockwise, because Shapely obviously is designed to work with libraries like matplotlib and other libraries. So this is actually something that they've provided us. So if I run this code now, we're gonna see that we have this triangle hole in here because I defined 3 points. Uh, a polygon with 3 vertices is a triangle. So here we have our interior correctly being shown. This is what I wanted to show you guys. All this extra stuff was just to help you guys understand why we use orient and how the order of coordinate pairs is actually a big deal in Shapely. Okay, but not always, of course. If you're just using shapely polygons for smaller operations, then it's not a big deal. One thing I forgot to add is that the orient function can actually be reversed. There's a sign parameter over here that by default has a value of 1. You can pass in -1 and reverse the order. So the exterior will become clockwise and the interior will become counterclockwise. Okay, that's just a bonus tip. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in shapely content, do let me know, because shapely content is actually still pretty fresh on my website. We haven't actually made too many videos on it yet. So if there's something you want to see, do let me know, because I'm currently looking for ideas. Okay, so yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye then.